Ever since I made the video for my mother of suicide prevention, I have received lots and lots of letters from all over the world. Most of those letters are from people who are family members, who has a family member who wants to die. But I also do receive letters from people who are actually suffering from this themselves, from mental illness or disorder. And those I use with the highest of priority in getting them the information that they need. I always take them seriously. It doesn't matter how many times someone has told you that they want to die or they want to commit suicide. It doesn't matter. From the age of 5, for myself, my mother probably expressed her wish to die over 200 times. She'd also tried to commit suicide several times and been hospitalized several times. Different psychiatrists, different psychologists, different counselors, and then all the way to the age of 62 for herself. Then of course she succeeded in her wish that she'd wanted all of my life. Not saying that she wanted it constantly, but it was always in the back of her mind. Usually there's nothing you can say or do to change that person's thought process. There are things that you can do to make the thought process worse for them. And I hate to make it sound like I'm trying to put something back on people, because I'm not trying to do that, but I'm being real, and this is reality. When you tell someone who has expressed their wish to die, when you tell them that they're hurting you, and that their actions are how it's affecting you emotionally, that is only heard through negative ears. That's not going to change anything, number one. Number two, it does have a tendency to make things worse, because then they have the thought process that, oh, well, I see what I'm doing to you as well, so that makes me want to die even more. So you have to, whatever you are feeling as a family member or a friend of someone who wants to die, whatever you're feeling, whatever your thought processes are, they are very, very important, just as important as the person who wants to die. So you need to talk with a friend yourself, talk with someone else, talk to a counselor yourself. Any thoughts that you may have of guilty thoughts, like I wish that they would commit suicide and then I wouldn't have to go through this. And then you feel guilty about it later. Any of those negative thoughts that you have yourself are completely normal. And those things need to be discussed and talked to a counselor yourself, or someone that you trust that will hold your confidence for you, and who you feel like can understand you. Expressing those to that person only makes the situation worse for both of you. Here are the things that I suggest for the family member or friend. Patience is key. You must be patient. You must watch the words of your mouth. Even in the Bible it says that the words of your mouth can bring down a nation just from speaking something. So not that if someone kills themselves that it's your fault. That's their responsibility, and that's what they chose to do. That's the way that I believe. But you must watch the words of your mouth. You must leave your negativity somewhere else. Try to be as positive and not look fake as you can. Patience, patience, patience. Love, love, love. And without making yourself insane, just try to be there as much as you can. If you can't, then send someone else who can be. Take turns with another family member who can come over and watch the person if they're in the thought process of where they want to die. Or if it's somebody who, you know, it's just they've expressed it in the past, but they're not trying to do that now. You still need to watch that person. You still need to check up on that person, find out where their mind is, find out what their thoughts are, how are they feeling, anything, everything. And get as much support as you possibly can. You need an anchor in your life, and they need an anchor whether they know it or not. They need an anchor in their life as well. Someone to hold them down, someone to hold them to life. Clinging onto a rope, somebody to be a rope for them that they can hold on to. And you need that as well if you're going through this. And it can't be that person. They can't do that. They can't help themselves. They certainly can't help you to feel better. So they can't help themselves to feel better. So patience, lots of love, watching constantly, or not constantly, but going to that person and finding out where they are in their mind. Keeping a close eye from time to time, maybe looking through medications to see what they're on, making sure that they're taking their medications properly, the way they're supposed to. Talking with their doctor if the doctor will talk with you, just in order to get maybe more information about the medicines that they're on. You don't want the last thing that your family member or friend, the last thing that they own or have in their possession, to be in an evidence bag. Suicide is always treated as a homicide. And when you get that suicide letter back, it will be in an evidence bag, as well as any other things that were attached to it, except for murder weapons and pills. Those things they keep. So the last thing that I have that my mother had or left behind is in an evidence bag. And that evidence bag is what pushes me to help you and others who need support. People need support. Reach out to people. Ask them, how are you doing? Just in general. Just be, it's important to be there. Thank you for watching this video. Please feel free to write to me. I have lots of resources available to you if you need them. I have websites, I have phone numbers. I will be an anchor in your life as well if you don't have anybody else to turn to. God is there as well. He's open 24/7, but so am I. I will receive, if you send me a letter, I will get back to you as soon as possible. As soon as I get it, I will make it priority and will write back to you and offer you any service or anything that you may need. And I thank you so much for your time.